The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do this show because we gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin. And right now, Bitcoin is dumping down like 5-6% on the downside. But most importantly, we are interested in what's happening with our altcoins, because when Bitcoin dumps, everything dumps, and when Bitcoin pumps, everything pumps. How's everybody doing in the chat? Nate Spurs, yo, Batch Guitar, let's go. Human Capital Stock, but it's time. I don't know if it's time, but it's time. When Aleswa, how you doing? Morning, mate. I just dropped my phone in the bed and it won't charge. Nate Spurs, you got some problems, man. You got problems with that. That does not sound good. That does not sound good. Somebody's saying it will be fine once it dries out. I don't know if it's gonna be fine. I'm sorry about your phone. Time to, you know, buy a new one. Time to buy a new one. Don't charge it, turn it off for a few days, put it in rice and try. Yeah, what's this about putting it in rice? My wife dropped her iPhone 13 you know, in water, got wet, and then she put it in rice. I really don't get it. So, you know, there is definitely something to that. So, like Louis Green says, take the phone, dry it, put it in rice, for whatever reason that is, and, you know, let's stay there. And she let it stay, like, I think, like for 24 hours or something like that. And it works fine now, no problem whatsoever. So, yeah, put it in rice, a bag of rice. Yeah, everybody's on the rice wagon right now. Sup, Brody, how you doing? SJ, Bridge Cable, good morning. Bridge Cape Dumperino today. It looks like it's Dumperino. It's starting like a Dumperino today, so we're gonna talk about that. iPhone 30 is watertight. Yeah, exactly. iPhone 30 is watertight. So, you know, I think that will help more than the rice. But, you know, when there's, you know, when everybody's saying rice, I mean, you know, there is definitely something that I think rice absorbs very well moisture. So that's why they're thinking that, you know, it's gonna, you know, absorb the water from inside. It might help. I mean, it cannot hurt. Just make sure that the rice doesn't get into the holes, right? That's the only thing. Besides that, I hope it fixes itself. If it doesn't, you are gonna buy yourself a nice new phone and you're gonna be happy, you know, like forever. Dump iPhone. No, never dump iPhone. Dump Samsung, dump Huawei, dump everything else. Never dump iPhone. You know, Samsung, Huawei, all of these other phones are using Android. Android is bloatware. I don't know if you guys know what bloatware is, but it's bloatware, and unfortunately, although it does work nicely when you buy it, very soon it will, you know, start being slower, you know, they'll really, you know, pop up problems. There is always, you know, stuff. Android is bloatware, iPhone is not bloatware. Buy iPhone, guys. I used to have Samsung before, and, you know, I liked it, and, you know, since I'm like a little bit tech savvy, I was you know, I like Samsung because you can do whatever you want. You know, you can install whatever you want. You can, you know, do whatever you want with the phone. You know, you don't have to jailbreak anything. You know, it just works. You know, you can do whatever you want. But then I understood, like, I'm not doing anything of the stuff that I, you know, can do on the phone. I just want my phone to work, and every time I have Samsung, it just, you know, after a year's time, it just starts going so very slow. And, you know, and meanwhile, my wife was having an iPhone, and it was just working all the time. Sure, she can just change like the background color, you know, and add apps and stuff like that, but that's what you need the phone for, right? I'm not like, you know, a Linux, you know, fan that is sitting there, you know, connecting 5 pieces together and trying to, you know, program stuff. No, I need a phone that works and does the thing. It's good. Android is fine. No, it's not fine, man. Android is bad. It's bloatware. Question: last cycle, where there are many folks still saying BTC was in a bull run after a capitulation event at the end of the 2000 year, same part of the cycle. Yeah, but right now nobody's saying that we are in a bull market yet after this capitulation that started. Everybody right now saying this is start of the bear market, but we are saying this is the end of the bear market. You know, so everybody's wrong. Good morning, good morning. If you use rice, don't put any sauce with it. That won't happen. Listen to Antoine. Don't put any sauce with rice. Android isn't really fine. Yeah, Android isn't fine. Android is bad, guys. Android is bad. But that's my view on things. I hate bloatware. I like my stuff to run nicely forever and ever. So, you know, there is that. I'm about to close the sale on one of my Rolexes. Do I drop the cash on crypto or buy another watch? Why would you sell Rolex right now, man? I know it's up, but I think it's just gonna continue going up. The prices are gonna extend, especially if you got some kind of rare or low Rolex. I think, you know, that's, you know, good investment. Unless you need money, right? Okay, let's start talking about what's happening with Bitcoin, guys. This inverse head and shoulders did break out, and right now we got rejected by on the 4-hourly time frame up here, on the 50 moving average here. Yesterday we said this 50 moving average is really important, not just for Bitcoin, but literally for every other coin. Really doesn't matter what kind of coin you say. This 50 moving average is really important on the 4-hourly time frame, and you know, some coins like already get rejected by there, some didn't even come all the way up there, but you can see right now that Bitcoin is getting big time rejected by that with the engulfing candle as well. So this rejection does seem real a little bit right now, because you can see here we got rejected by the 50 moving average. At the same time we got bearish engulfing candle, this on the 4-hourly time frame, so it's not that bad. But yeah, right now on the daily time frame we got engulfing candle up here, but we still got you know, 16 hours left and 19 minutes to go. So whether this is gonna, you know, play out, you know, a bearish engulfing candle or not, we don't actually know that. On the flip side up here, this might just be a pullback back to the support line down here, back to the support line, retesting support up here, so it gets everybody real nicely, you know, into the fear, and then it just bounces up here and continues towards upside. But we have been looking at this 50 moving average up here. Let's go and pop all the rest of the moving averages. We are still below all of the moving averages. We got 18 minutes left until we close below all of the moving averages as well. The pullback, I would say, would be nice if we actually kept the 10 and 20 moving average up here. Unfortunately, we are not keeping 10 and 20 moving average. Let's go to the 1-hourly time frame. You can see here we are already below all of the moving averages. Right now on the 1-hourly time frame we are, you know, staying down here on the line. So you know what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna try to make this line a lot, you know, better, and we're gonna go to 4-hourly time frame and see, did we draw the line a little bit differently? Can this line be any other way drawn that actually gives us a little bit better mood? I don't know. It does seem that this is the best way that you draw the line, and it's still breaking it, right? It's still breaking it. Let's try to use some of these other wicks up here. It's still breaking. Let's go to the daily time frame. Daily time frame got these 3 very nice wicks up here. 1, 2, 3. If you use this one up here, it's broken, but if you use these 2 down here, it's not broken. So you see, you know, it's a little bit shady right now, because you're not quite sure where to put the line, up here. And you can, we got also this one, and that's broken. But if you use this one, and this one down here, that's not broken. It might be just a pullback, guys. It might be just a pullback. So nothing is yet set in stone and done. We also got, you know, high up here and higher. So we changed direction. We got a low, a higher low, and maybe we're gonna get this third low up here, getting towards the upside. So you know, right now nothing is actually done. Although we do have like 5-6% drop on the downside, nothing is set in stone just yet. So let's see down here, there might be some kind of line going on over here. You can see here maybe we are right now creating some kind of rising wedge up here, give or take. Maybe something like this, maybe something like that. I'm not quite sure how this is going to be. Maybe this is some kind of a triangle up here being created. But this support line down here, you can see here the support line is still not broken. The trend line down here on this inverse head and shoulders pattern, maybe or maybe not, it's being broken. So you can see here we are only coming back down to support. So even though we got like 5-6% dump on the downside, we got rejected by the 50 moving average big time on the 4-hourly time frame. We are still not panicky or in any kind of fear or anything like that. Now I understand that, you know, markets might be, you know, thinking that this is a bad, and right now it does look bad, because people, you know, nobody likes 5-6% to the downside. Now the problem is that, you know, most people don't you know, draw the lines on the chart. They just see, you know, numbers. Red numbers, -5, -6%, that's bad, we're going down to 0, and they try selling. What we do know is that we do know that right now that we are still on the support line. There is no reason to fear, there is no reason to panic, there is no reason for anything right now. The 6% towards downside is fine. We are in a strong bearish trend. We are having the full moon right now. We got a full moon. I gotta pop the moon. Where is the full moon, man? Where is the full moon on my chart? We got a full moon, we got a Selena going on, we got all of this good stuffs. Unfortunately, the full moon right now is a lunar, there will be lunar eclipse. I don't know how bad or good that is. But we got moons right now, you know, we are not expecting big dump, although the big dumps during the full moon can happen in a strong bearish trend. So right now it can happen. We are still expecting some kind of sideways move, right? That said, we know how to draw the lines. We know that we are not below the support, so we are not panicking. We are not even in fear. We are nothing. It's totally normal. It's totally nice. No problem whatsoever. The problem will actually, you know, come up eventually, right? The problem will eventually come up once we break this support on the downside, but right now we are not breaking, so you know, no panic whatsoever right now. Of course, this is actually a very bad move up here, you know, getting rejected by the 50 moving average. And although this does seem to be a higher high up here, this can technically be looked at as a high, lower high. Why? Because this is a bearish engulfing candle. This is like a wick towards the upside that actually got rejected, right? So over here it does look a little bit bearish, but we are still on the support, and as long as we are on support, we are not panicking whatsoever, and or anything like that. 5% on the downside, it just happens. You can see here on the daily time frame, we came on the dollar up to the 10 moving average and just started going right back down again without any wick on the upside whatsoever, just right back down again. Again, still 16 hours and 14 minutes left until daily close. It is starting a little bit early to go down. Let's see on the downside, do we have any kind of divergences or anything like that? There is no divergences on the downside. In the daily time frame, everything is working as it should be working out. If we go a little bit lower down here, we might create some kind of divergences that will pump us towards upside. So I don't see this right now, because we had right now, oftentimes what happens, let me explain to you guys. Oftentimes what happens when you have an impulsive move towards the downside, you will see price going zigzag up and down. You'll see maybe, you know, move towards upside, move towards downside. You'll see some kind of consolidation. These consolidations are very, very important for the price, because it resets the RSI and the MACD indicators, especially RSI indicator, the strength indicator is very, very important, and therefore after any kind of impulsive move, you'll see a lot of divergences both on the downside and upside. Now, the thing that we are looking for is not divergence and which direction we're gonna go and so forth. We are looking for when these divergences stop happening, because once the divergences stop happening and the price and the RSI goes into the same direction all the time and there are no divergences, we know that this consolidation is done. So we are watching the RSI to figure out when the consolidation is gonna be done. You know, whether that's gonna take a week or 2 times, or how long this time is gonna take. We are watching that. So it can definitely go a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit more down, a little bit more up. But it really doesn't matter what's happening, how the price point this actually develops. What is important is that RSI and the price goes into same direction without any divergences. Once that happens, then we can have a giant move towards downside, giant move towards upside. But right now we are extended towards downside. We had an impulsive move up here, so there will definitely be some kind of divergences on the chart. So if we continue dumping down here, we might assume there will be, so because you know, it's very, very hard right now without any kind of impulsive move to push this RSI back below back below 24 down here. So I'm guessing if we start slowly going down here, there really, you know, RSI won't have enough strength, because it's called the relative strength indicator. It won't have enough strength to push it below 24, and if we go below the previous 28,000 down here, we just might, you know, get a nice pump back up here, maybe some kind of rally towards upside. Something's gonna happen, right? So this dump on the downside is nothing serious right now. I don't feel that, you know, we are gonna dump to, you know, some kind of crazy levels again, that this continuation of dump. But you know, if we start falling below the support line down here, although it might look on the small time frames a little bit bad, you know, we might get some kind of anxiety, we still know that on bigger time frames like the daily time frame, it's a completely normal move. So it can go a little bit down, a little bit up, get reject up here, go a little bit down, then a little bit up, get above the moving average, come to this 10 or 20 moving, maybe go a little bit up here, whatever, and then eventually continue on the downside for this last dump that we are actually expecting. But yeah, I'm not worried whatsoever right now. This might even hold the level up here at the support level, even if it breaks on downside, maybe a little bit anxiety, but you know, I still expect some kind of bounce right back up again up here, right on the daily time frame. So no problem whatsoever. But it is affecting the altcoins big time, guys. Doge is down 5.97%. Cardano was up 10% yesterday. Today is down 5.6%. AVAX down. Luna is up 11%. Unfortunately, you know, Luna is very, very volatile, and you can see right now that the price, after, you know, going inside this rising wedge up here, broke there towards downside. So it's been bleeding down to some kind of levels. I don't know which these levels are. I'm not very analyzing that tightly Luna, but you can see here that we had this trend line up here that actually yesterday got broken. It tried to, you know, holding this moving average, then fell below the moving average right now. It looks like it doesn't have that much strength, but the good thing here, short term up here, that this trend line up here on Luna got broken. So, you know, there is of course, you know, some kind of you know, hopium that this is you know, gonna, you know, continue towards the upside up here, but we'll see how this actually plays out. Luna is a very risky asset right now because, you know, nobody knows what's gonna happen. Even with, you know, there is a lot of rumors, there is a lot of stuff going on, but it's not the, you know, it's not the best performer. Now the good thing about Luna is it's not following Bitcoin price right now. It has the life of its own. Right, like today it's up 13% when most of the stuff is red on my chart, and you know, maybe that might be some kind of option, you know, to go into Luna and do some Luna stuff while Bitcoin is dumping on the downside. So there is that, but everything right now is red. I'm expecting everything to stay in red as well. Do we have any kind of big losers today or anything like that, like giant, like 20% plus? Minus, not on my chart. Minus, you know, has minus 16% on the downside today, but nothing major. It's just hitting this 10 moving average and pull back a little bit on the downside. Anything else? 13% of Gala went 13%. It went up to this 10 moving average three days in a row, and right now it's rejecting a little bit, but you know, still no problem whatsoever. 15% down for KDI. KDI actually had a nice move towards the upside all the way up to the 20 moving average, which most coins did not do. So, you know, right now it's pulling back a little bit. So this pullback, the way I see it, it's a small pullback. It's a small pullback. Phantom is down 12%, but you can see here it's not even close to the moving averages. So there is difference, right? There is difference how good they manage. Also not here even close to this, not even in ballpark area. Dogecoin not even close to 10 moving average. Ethereum came close to 10 moving, not doing it, and Bitcoin actually hit the 10 moving average. So it depends on how much they actually pump towards the upside and not. Again, guys, already rejected on the small time frames. Yes, big time frames, we are, you know, we are still in consolidation phase, waiting for the next move on the downside. This is a very normal thing that's happening right now. DXY is continuing the trend towards the upside. If you look at the daily time frame up here, yesterday we had a small move towards downside. No, 13 May on Friday we had a small move towards downside, and right now we are continuing a little bit towards the upside, give or take. We still got this trend line up here going. We are still expecting the XY to continue towards the upside, although there is a big other side divergence here at the top. We still expect it to this continue for you know, a little bit longer. We're gonna see how it actually managed to do that, if it can manage to do that up here. Just continue like pumping up here for whatever reason, right, for next couple of, or you know, 3, 4, 5 weeks or something like that. We'll see if they can actually do this move towards the upside. Or is it gonna already right now break towards the downside? It might break a lot sooner than the dump is actually finished, and you know, we might see some kind of, you know, breakdown and then try to get back up here towards top and then break eventually towards downside. But right now this trend line over here on DXY is important to watch, and right now DXY is still going towards the upside, unfortunately for us. Stock markets are all gonna open on the downside. Looks like they are also gonna get rejected by this 10 moving average today. The S&P is down 0.5 and Dow Jones down 0.3%. So I'm guessing the stock markets are not gonna be doing all that well. Let's see, fear and greed index up here right now. It's at 14, so we are picking up a little bit. We are no longer at 9. 3 days we were down at 9. We are still in extreme fear 14, but you know, it's at least, you know, it's not a single digit number. So there is that. Let's see up here how the stock market is doing. Stock market is actually doing okay-ish, you know, give or take. Moscow is still going up for some reason, I don't know. You know, Japan, Hong Kong is in green, Northern and Norway is in green as well, but you can see Euronext is 0.5 down and Frankfurt is 0.5. So these three are gonna open a little bit on downside. I think, you know, still pullback on everything is right now. It's perfectly normal. We had 3 days of the pump. Right now it's, you know, it got everybody FOMO'd in, and then right now, you know, pull back towards the downside down here a little bit, no problem whatsoever. Even a more move towards downside will not be a problem, as long as, you know, even if you close down here or something like that, although it does look bearish or something like that, there might be the variant that might pull us up a little bit up here. We already know that in longer term up here, right, we already know that in longer term we are gonna have another dump towards downside towards these levels down here, 23 to 24. So we are expecting that, but I don't think it's just gonna go something like this down here and then stay down here. It can do that, but I do not think that's gonna be happen. I think we're gonna consolidate up here until, you know, we get very close up here, and then gonna dump big time on the downside down here. So, you know, around May up here might come some kind of dump, and up here. So we are looking at this 23, 25 level still. Everything's still going according to plan, no problem whatsoever. This is still consolidation phase and so forth, so forth. So no anxiety, no fear, no panic yet, although we are down minus 5-6%. You gotta accept these minus 5-6% dumps on the downside during the capitulation phase, you know. Those are a lot less that, you know, we're gonna see. So I think we got still left, you know, some minus 10% Bitcoin is to see. Anyways, guys, what you're saying in the chat? Do some video about GLCH token available in Qcoin. GLCH. Nah, it looks the same as everything else, man. Even worse. Don't go long it, short it. Said the Elon belongs to the same group of people who bought to you CV19 wars direction of autocracy. Guys. Elon will pass exam holding 27 billion in the world, 270 billion in the world. Crypto7 also said you'll never see 40 plus again and BTC pumped to 48. Never say never, but sometimes say never. $10K BTC, never again, those days over. Yeah, Crypto7 also says mid to 2023 will be bottom. No, the bottom won't be coming in 2023. The bottom will come very, very soon. I think the bottom will be right now in 2022. I mean, I might be wrong, of course. I'm not saying that, you know, I know everything or stuff like that. I definitely don't. But my my analysis is that, you know, we should be hitting bottom very, very soon, within months time, and the bottom should be down here, right? The bottom should be down here. We're gonna have some kind of accumulation phase for 3 to 6 months, so the bottom will be 2022 definitely. 23 will be slow, you know, slow gains towards the upside. Solway said 3-year bear market. So Garrett Solway said 3. I don't like that guy, man. I don't like the guy. Technically, I don't like his analysis, but he might be right, you know. So we are gonna accept it. We already been through 1 year of bear market, so you know, 2 more years. We'll see that. So we'll see who is right. Is Garrett Soloway right? Is you know, Crypto Savvy right? Or is the late adopter and the TF Fans Club right? Who's gonna be right, guys? Who? Place your bets now. Who's gonna be right? Place your bets. Who's gonna be right? Right. Solo way. Crypto save. TLA and crew. There we go. Who's gonna be right, guys? What's up, Decentraland? How you doing, man? Post so many charts tweet, at some point you have to be right. He was also bearish at 30K last June, and Bitcoin pumped to 69K. Yeah, I also called it some kind of bear market, and Bitcoin re-pumped towards the upside. I'm scalping the market and my own hairline. Auditing firms are so surprised to see the biggest error in the world. Luna's been shorted like 0.000. Luna hasn't been shorted, you know, from 109. There's difference. There is, you know, there is the price just falling down from, you know, 100 to 0, 0.001, and then there is, you know, inflating the supply, so the price must fall down. So technically, although we did go down from 190 to, you know, 0.00 something, it happened because they just printed a lot of money, and they, you know, there's that, you know. Bitcoin will see minimum 10K if it breaks lower than expected. 1.7K. What do you mean 1.7K? Bitcoin will see minimum 10K if it breaks lower than expected. What do you mean lower than expected? I don't get that. There is going to be a white dough event. Black Swan and a white dough event. The Rockets crypto. Oh yeah, the Rockets crypto market cap by 15.25 less than. Yeah, I would like to see that white dough event. MM crypto. So Bitcoin is 0.1 out of 20%. We'll see Bitcoin gonna pass the penetration test. Bear penalty. People think Garrett sold it. 20 people think Garrett sold, not 20, but 20% think Garrett sold away. Garrett sold away is right that we're gonna have 3 years of the bear market. Will USD ever recover from it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now it does not look like that. I don't know. There has been a thought about other stablecoins as well. Let's just up here. So right now USD is down minus 3.6, is at 0.14. It is following still. It's still following. Still following a little bit. You know, this move on downside because it went down, up, down, up, down, up. Right now, are we gonna see another move towards downside? I don't know, but you know, it's still following the same pattern right now. So until this pattern gets invalidated, we don't actually know what's gonna happen. But it's still going down as long as. But I don't think right now they are minting anymore. So I think they the correlation between USD and Luna is not there because I think they stopped minting the Luna to save the USD. Anchor is also down a little bit today, 13% down for whatever reason. There is some talk about Frex. About Frex going doing the same thing as Luna is, and right now it's sitting down at 8.5, but Frex USD. It's still 0.99 or something like that, so it's still, you know, very much pegged to the dollar so far. Still pegged to the dollar, but people are saying that this, for whatever reason, Frex for whatever reason can do the same thing, right? So I'm not, I don't know what's gonna happen with Frex or whatever. I'm not gonna stay, you know, I'm not flooding this or anything like that. I'm just saying what, you know, people are saying. USD Tether is doing well, like always. It went down a little bit, you know, it got me, you know, scared, and I went out of the Tether and into, you know, euros. But you know, whatever. But you can see right now it's still below, you know, it's up there. It's like 0.9999. It's fine. It's technically a dollar. It's a little bit down, no problem whatsoever, right? But down here, I mean, it was 0.94. People thought we are going, you know, after Luna. I thought, you know, this is next thing in line, because there have been so much, you know, FUD on Tether, you know, over the years, and I've been through this, you know, for 4 or 5 years now, so I've seen a lot of FUD, you know, and eventually right now it was like, hey, maybe right now the FUD can actually, you know, play out. A month ago, we already told you that you will see 18K BTC within September. Jenny, that doesn't matter because we are not at 18K. We are not, you know, seeing that. And within September, once we get to, you know, September, then you can talk. But right now, you know, we are not even close. I wish I held my Luna short at 102. Oh man, Bit's going to 1K. Nah. But it will be another trip. Bought 18 Luna for 0.01. That's down like 199%, right? Auditing firms just care about exam results if it's possible, and we prove it that it can be 100% possible. Why is everybody talking about Elon Musk? What happened? Miko! Hey Sash. Hey Sash. Are we looking at potential higher high, higher lows forming on the 4 hourly? Good question, man, good question. If you go to the 4 hourly down here or somewhere up here, right? We are still looking at that, yes. This is higher high, this is you know, low, higher low as well. So everything is looking very nicely. It looks right now we actually close down here on some kind of support line. Let's go back to the chart where we have the nice lines. There we go. So you can see here we did hold the support, although we are below the 10-20 moving average. We did hold the support. So right now we still have this, you know, high and higher high and low and higher low and higher low. Unfortunately, this up here is engulfing candles, so I don't think we should regard this. So maybe we are having a lower low up here. You guys might think I'm crazy, but you know, some stuff, some stuff in TI, you know, this should be regarded as a higher low down here. I think that's how it works, but you know, I cannot be for sure, because this engulfing candles are really special candles, and I think this can be some kind of lower low, so it might pull back on the downside, but that doesn't matter. This trend line up here, you know, this support line, trend line, break on the downside down here, that's the important stuff. If we break the down here, you know, some anxiety might kick in or stuff like that. But we said on the day, you know, 4 hourly is really messed up time frame, but you know, daily time frame, even if you go all the way down to some kind of 27, 20, again 20 down here, I think this will just, you know, bounce right back up again and continue high, and then move on the downside again. So you're gonna see how this actually gonna play out. But right now, this 21, 22k levels down here, up here at the top, they are the problem right now. You can see up here 2 times up to these levels right now, up here, you know, came up here, tried to get up here to 31, 32, and got rejected by that as well. So I take on Twitter TLI an interesting tweet of El Salvador president. If you didn't discuss that already, that's gonna be nice. Every time the central bank tweets something, mentions TLI crypto. Let's see here. Tomorrow, 32 central banks and 12 financial authorities, 44 countries will meet in El Salvador to discuss financial inclusion, digital economy, banking the unbanked, the Bitcoin rollout, and its benefits in our country. What? What? I have a hard time thinking that, you know, there are 32 independent central banks that want to discuss this, so they're going to try. They're probably going there to, you know, tell him, hey man, listen, if you don't give up this, you know, this game or whatever you're playing with Bitcoin, we're going to shut down your country. So I think that's what I'm going to tell him, you know. He thinks they're just going to come there, talk about inclusion, and Bitcoin is going to be nice and good and everything. And they're like, hey man, the Bitcoin you have, you know, the game is nice, you know, you played a little bit around with it, you want to build your Bitcoin city, that's nice, everything. Now, cut the crap out, you know, get rid of the Bitcoin, you know, buy more dollars, and then we're gonna give you a loan to, you know, go more into debt. Yeah, you can go a lot more into debt. You don't have enough debt, you know, you can go more. We're gonna give you dollars, no problem. Just get rid of the Bitcoin, you know. So that's what I'm gonna say to him, yeah. Now, guys, I think from you know, certain you know, conspiracy theories, so just like XRP mania, you know, shizos and stuff like that, Bitcoin is in the plans of the elites of the world to actually be used in some form or another. So what's gonna survive, I don't know. Will that be Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP or something else? I don't know, Dogecoin. I don't know what's gonna survive. Crypto is here to stay, it's not going anywhere. They have accepted. And if you look on Twitter right now, for example, you know, how much adoption there is around crypto right now, it's just insane. And this is going, everything, all of these adoption news are going under the radar because it's a bear market. We are going through the capitulation phase right now. People don't even want to listen to crypto news, so they don't hear all the good news that are coming out. You know, banks accepting, you know, crypto payments, they're accepting deposits, they're accepting giving, you know, offer the, you know, ETFs for trading. You know, other companies are starting to accept more and more Bitcoin right now. There is Empire, Emirates. Emirates, the airplane company, is going to accept Bitcoin and so forth, so forth. So adoption is definitely coming, guys. You know, but right now it's going a little bit under the radar of everybody because everybody don't, you know, read crypto news right now. That said, I think the next bull run is going to be insane. So I don't think that, you know, they're trying to, you know, knock down Bitcoin and crypto altogether. They're only trying to slow it down so they can, you know, figure out what they're gonna do with it. And once they have, you know, set their positions and figure out, you know, how they're gonna play this, you know, they're gonna let it go and everybody's gonna FOMO into the Bitcoin and it's gonna be the greatest bull run ever. BTC's biggest hedge against inflation. I don't know about that, but you know, it's hedge against something probably. Scary times. Nah, it's good times. Will the next octave be on Tron and its stablecoin? I don't know, man. People have been saying that, but I don't see it, man, right now. Right now, I don't see it. Tron is indeed going down, and the thing about Tron is very special kind of snowflake right now. I'm gonna show you up here on the daily time frame. It's not broken the support. Everything broken the support. Doesn't matter what you look at. Really, I mean, everything broke the support on the downside, right? There is some kind of support up here. I mean, everything. Doesn't matter what kind of coin that is. I'm just picking random coins right now over here on my chart, like, let's see if it's here. Doesn't matter, like, everything broke the support, right? Really, everything broke the support. Doesn't matter what kind of coin you have, you know, everything broke the support. Literally, everything broke the support. Every single coin. Okay, Hex did not break support. Hex maybe broke some, so okay, Hex is also a special snowflake, but everything broke the support, right? Everything literally broke support, except this one coin, and that's Tron. Except Tron. You see here, not breaking the support. See here, not breaking the support. So something special is happening with Tron. Tron looking really strong. Yeah, Miko, Tron is actually looking very strong. But we said watch out for Tron. I don't know if Tron, because Tron also has this algorithmic stablecoin pegged to its an algorithmic stablecoin underlying value is Tron. So if the stablecoin goes down, Tron is gonna dump. So I don't know if this is in a play to, you know, be the next coin to dump on the downside down here, like Luna did. Maybe it's waiting until the next you know, June 31st May, until the new moon to dump on the downside. I don't know, but we also, the thing that we can right now see is that we have a very nice trend line down here. We are coming very close to the trend line down here right now. This is on daily time frame, so we went back into below the 200 moving average. We are failing that. We are going down. If we start falling below this trend line down here, Tron will actually dump big time, because it has not dumped, but as soon as the support gets broken, it will dump big time on the downside. There are certain levels it needs to break and so forth. And this thing didn't even do all-time high up here. Man, this thing didn't even do all-time high. So, you know, maybe the support line, something like this, a little bit better drawn, nicer drawn, give or take, something like this, right? But yeah, as soon as this starts breaking this on the downside, if it starts breaking this on the downside, it can be bad. So I'm wondering if all the FUD about, you know, Tron and its stablecoin USDD is gonna, you know, affect the price, because maybe if it's, you know, if the Tron stablecoin, the algorithmic stablecoin, starts getting unpegged and they start doing the same thing as Luna, it will go straight down. So, you know, might be worth looking at Tron right now. Tron most of the times moves opposite of the market. It's kind of strange. I don't know if it's opposite of the market, but like, because chart looks like very much the same. It's just a little bit, you know, the waves are a little bit different. That's the game. Luna holds support. Yeah, it's very technical. Why it's very lovely. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. I got lucky. I knew Luna was about to break and moved all my UST into Tron and got lucky. Oh man, that's nice. That's nice. Congratulations on that. You know, sometimes, oftentimes I miss stuff that I can foresee coming for some reason. I have this emotional stability when I see stuff and I think I know it's gonna dump down, like, but I'm like, maybe it's not gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then you wait and it's down 20%, and then like maybe it's gonna pump up, but right now, you know, the hopium is talking, right, and then dumps down another 20%, right? But sometimes it just might be wise to be, you know, on top of the game and just like, you see something, just do it, just like, okay, that's enough, I'm getting out. Or you see something's gonna pop, that's it, I'm gonna get in, it's gonna pop. Like sometimes, you know, people need to, you know, take decisions a lot faster than they do, you know, and sometimes it can help them out, other times they can miss out of stuff, you know. So investor wants to see more bounce back. Is the Tron stable similarly colorized Luna? Yeah, it is. It's because it is pegged to the Tron. That's why everybody's saying that Luna and Tron are the same. So we're gonna see. I never fade your gut feeling. Yeah, the gut feeling is definitely, there's definitely something about gut feeling, and there's a very good explanation what the gut feeling is, and I'm gonna explain it. But just to say this, I do not understand the underlying, you know, mechanisms of either Luna or Tron or their stable coins. But what people have said, or what I've read, is that, you know, it's the same thing. And the underlying asset of Tron's stablecoin is Tron itself. So if stablecoin starts to depeg, Tron will definitely fall down. That's what I know. That's what I know. Gut feeling, guys. Never fade your gut feeling. Always trust the gut feeling. And what is a gut feeling, guys? Gut feelings is instinct that you have. And what's that instinct? When we go through the world, when we learn new stuff, we acquire a lot of information. And a lot of this information is subconscious, right? We don't think about it, but we know it's there. It's just like when you go around the corner of the building and for some reason you know somebody's gonna be there, you're gonna meet somebody there. And then you go around the corner and somebody's there. Like your gut feeling, your instinct said that there's gonna be somebody there. In other situation, you might have this gut feeling, this is gonna not play out the way it should. You don't understand why, because it's subconscious. Like you might think, yeah, I'm gonna go and do this, presentation, but it's not gonna, like, my gut feeling saying something's gonna happen there, right? You don't know what's gonna happen, but the gut feeling says. So what is it's instinct, right? It's this accumulate information that you have in your head that's not conscious but unconscious, and your brain, although you do not think about it like logically and you do not see this information, it's still in there, right? So your gut feels like you get this feeling of, oh man, maybe I should not do that, or maybe I should do that, right? So that's the gut feeling, and the gut feeling is the unconscious information and intelligence that you have in your brain. So oftentimes when you see something, you cannot explain why, but for some reason I can see that it's gonna dump down, but I cannot explain why, but I think that's the gut feeling. So trust the gut feeling, not like 100%, but oftentimes you can trust the gut feeling, because that's the gut feeling. Yeah, USD is a bit different than UST. Was used a much different method to create stability. Yeah, it is a little bit different, but I don't know, I'm just saying. Be smart and rational. All that you just care about, otherwise long constellation for bull market. I pulled out of USD because I saw the staking rates were getting on USD and Luna, and felt like it was a recipe for depegging. I was not expecting to tank the market. Hello Captain, welcome back in the chat. Yeah, I don't think everybody expecting to happen what actually had to happen. I mean, some people did expect it because some people did do the thing that they did to make it go down. So there is that. Bitcoin is down 5% right now, pulling back a little bit. This 4-hourly time frame up here, still holding up support, so it looks nice and dandy, everything. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for you for the Bitcoin rally today. Thanks for stopping by. Like we said, the Bitcoin needs to do the shaky stuff down here at the bottom because we had impulsive move. It needs the shaky. How this shaky is gonna be, I don't know. Like actually, how the shaky is gonna be, but it needs to reset the indicators. It needs to have some kind of consolidation phase for a little while. I'm expecting that to last for a week or two, give or take, and then after that we're gonna get another move towards the downside. So we're gonna see how that actually plays out. That said, Captain, sorry you missed the show, but that's life sometimes. Keep in mind 13 to 18k. No thanks. I'll keep in mind 23 to 25. You keep 13, 18, I keep 23, 25. Little shaky. Yeah, little shaky. Stupid word. I got feeling Saturday morning after a curry I ate. Good morning to New Moon. Right now, by the way, as a last thing, let's check out when is lunar eclipse. When is lunar eclipse right now? People in Europe and Africa see lunar eclipse during the night of 15-16. Yeah, but when exactly the time? See, moon set, whole eclipse visible. So these people and the rest. UTC on May 16. I don't know what UTC is, man. $3:32 Monday. So it's already finished. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so the lunar eclipse is already finished, man. Did we dump on the lunar eclipse? Maybe that was the thing. We got the lunar eclipse up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we Yeah, it's also the daily close, but we started dumping on the lunar eclipse, guys. We started dumping on the lunar eclipse. So there's that. You know how special that is. Maybe the scam pump earlier coincided with the eclipse. Yeah, the scam. It's not scam pump. This scam dump is coinciding with the dump. So Galfim sell Luna at 89. There you go. There you go. The moon is a bad omen, I guess. The lunar eclipse is a bad omen, maybe. But you know, right now we just got a full moon. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central P time on the dollar, Bitcoin Daily. Again, we're gonna see if this actually plays out as we actually think it's gonna play out, or is gonna play out a little bit differently. Like we said, right now it might pull back a little bit more down, but you know, it's only shaky because we are having these divergences on the chart. That said, Bitcoin Daily tomorrow 9 a.m. Central P time. Hit the like button on the way out and come back tonight because maybe, just maybe, we might have a live stream tonight as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks everybody for stopping by. The Central Plan Captain, Maiko, everybody else, Badge Guitar, all the other white names in the chat, and there is that. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye, guys. And outro. There is outro. There is outro.